For more on this, let's bring in Patrice Lee-Onwuka of the Independent Women's Forum and Democratic strategist Jose Aristimuño. Thanks for being here, guys. We appreciate it.
Sure.
Good morning.
Patrice, that federal judge, I do want to start there because Judge Ellis basically said that Mueller should not have unfettered power in this probe. Do you think, Patrice, this was the first blow to Mueller's investigation?
No, I don't think it's the first blow. I mean, I think the fact that they've still yet to find any sort of indication of collusion or any sort of cooperation between the Trump campaign and Russia is really the biggest blow. This is more just additional evidence, I think, or corroboration that, you know, this team is on a fishing expedition and using it for political purposes.
You know, Jose, we really are seeing a more combative tone in general from the Trump team. I want you to listen to what else Giuliani had to say on Sunday when asked about the issue of does the president need to appear and does he need to speak? Listen.
You couldn't put a lawyer on the show who wants to keep his law license to tell you he should testify.
But it's only a trap if the president doesn't tell the truth.
No, it isn't. It's only prosecutable if they have some built-up, manipulated evidence to prove the president didn't tell the truth. Well, how often has that happened?
I mean, Jose, do you think that Rudy Giuliani is actually helping President Trump, or do you think that he's actually creating more chaos that's going to harm the president's legal defense if it comes to that?
Look, I think Rudy Giuliani should stay off any television interviews. That would be my advice to President Trump. We got to get to the bottom of this investigation. So we got to let Robert Mueller do its job. I think it's very, very dangerous that he is suggesting, Rudy Giuliani is suggesting that they would resist a possible subpoena by the special counsel. You know, the President of the United States should do his duty as president and let the American people get to the bottom of this investigation. And we know the amount of questions that Robert Mueller has for President Trump goes to show how central his evidence is for this investigation.
Patrice, from a political perspective, though, Mueller may find himself in a tight spot. We're 6 months now from the midterms. And there's a really good piece on the Wall Street Journal this morning that talks about the fact that he may have to actually take a step back, maybe take it down a few notches so as not to appear that he's trying to interfere with the political process, which is the midterms, not influence another series of elections, if you will. Patrice, do you think that that's what Mueller should or would do if we're still in the middle of this in November?
Well, if you were to take cues from Comey, then I think he should. I mean, I think the challenge is that if he doesn't have anything to put up, then he has to stay low for quite a while. Otherwise, both Democrats and Republicans are going to point to the results of the 2018 elections as being impacted by this investigation. You know, but you know, when it comes to whether the president should sit for a discussion with Robert Mueller, I think it's a tricky situation for him. If he does it voluntarily, he can set the parameters. But if he decides to plead the fifth, then people like Democrats are going to say, what do you have to hide? And I think that would be the narrative that would follow him.
That's the concern, Jose, is that if he brings out this, you know, pleading the fifth, that's going to create a whole other political firestorm for the president and for his legal team.
I agree 100%. And look, and I don't think it's just from Democrats. I think from Republicans as well. The American people want to know what truly happened. The president, again, if he's not hiding anything, he should sit down with Robert Mueller.
Yeah, Patrice and Jose, we're going to be talking about this, I'm sure, for a while. Thanks for getting up with us. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Sure.